Salve galera, Slash na área. E bom, continuando nossa parte 2 então de Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Paramos nessa parte, pessoal. O Hans está muito mal, né? Foi atacado pelo assassino, né? Ele ficou com o corpo ali. Então a gente vai continuar de onde nós paramos, né?
There's a water trough in front of the hut. Have a wash there, so you're fit to face the world.
Tá, precisa tomar um banho.
Feel like a new man. I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Como eu joguei o primeiro jogo, pessoal, eu entendo de erva.
Easy as pie. I can do
A
that.
momilha é aquelas pétalas brancas.
Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds. Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
A gente dá conta sim.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Então, né? A pata ali. Essas coisas ficam ali também. Uma espada dele aqui.
This will be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans.
já é um lugar bom, né?
Oh, shit! My shoulder. This bastard's hard work.
Já quero logo aqui, então.
I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging.
Muito errado. Vamos colocar esses equipamentos dele aqui. E a gente consegue se proteger. Dá uma seleção de espaço ali do cinto, né? Como um inventário rápido. Tá, show de bola. Vamos equipar aqui os equipamentos dele. Acho que vai proteger a gente um pouco aí caso a gente enfrente alguma coisa. Tá bom. Se lavar também, né? Ou ela favor ali pra gente. Se ela tem pedido. Comer um pouco também, que senão não sei qual que é a distância certa. A gente vai pegar lá a salve e a camomila. Mais um pouco, mais um pouquinho só.
No food for me here.
Tá pouco. Antes. Como meio rápido, pessoal, que o Hans precisa da gente, né? Então, né?
Damn, my shoulder still hurts
Não
like
sei
hell.
como é que funciona essa parte do jogo.
Maybe now it'll tell me
Eu
when
acho
it's
que eu
gonna
tenho um
rain.
poder de escolha meio grande demais. Os protagonistas do jogo não vai morrer, né? Achando salve já.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
São quantos? Já tem uma quantidade boa, né? Legal que ele pega várias. A camomila tem aqui também.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Isso aqui dá pra vender também, pessoal. Então a gente pode uma hora estar precisando de dinheiro. A gente já tá precisando de dinheiro, né? Isso aqui é bom vender. Vou levar. Tem mais, né? Tem bastante, hein? Um enxame de algum bicho? É. Esse é um enxame de abelha? Acho que é isso, eu não vou voltar meio rápido agora. O cachorro tá latindo. Esse daqui é o nosso dogão.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
Some knight and his company yesterday down by the pond. Two of them fled and they Hey,
Nosso dogão não.
you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out of you.
Ih, gente, será que é aqueles bandidos lá?
Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
Não, vocês não são os homens de Von Bergen, não, é? O pessoal usa aquele manto vermelho.
You're from Lord von Bergov? You don't look like it.
Kurva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to Cold Steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Nunca.
Do you think I'm a fool? I know a robber when I see one.
Ladrão,
There's
sim.
been lots of you types in these parts recently, and the fellas from the village are well pissed off. So get lost and don't come back, or we'll take our axes to you.
Well, that wouldn't be very nice. The thing is, I don't see no angry fellas with axes. Just an old hag, and some wretch who won't live to tell the tale of how we dealt with him.
Falei, gente.
Hey,
This'll be
you!
quick, boy.
What are you?
This'll be quick, boy.
Que isso. Vamos para...
Get ready to face your maker!
Ah!
Not tough enough?
No! I don't want to die!
Você vai morrer sim, cara.
Shit! I can't handle this.
Save yourself!
Shit! Shit! Run!
Vai morrer sim, cara. Não vai fugir de mim, não.
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
Você não vai ser vivo, não, cara. O áudio deve estar um pouquinho alto, pessoal. Deixa eu dar uma mexida nisso. Não quero atrapalhar a experiência de vocês, não. Vou deixar assim. Vamos conseguir mais algumas coisas, né? Isso é ótimo. Atadura, kit de ferreiro, isso é bom. Clava reforçada. Vou pegar isso aqui também. Ficou pra ficar aí mesmo, cara. Se vir um pouco pra longe não vai atrapalhar a casa de Nossa Senhora ali. Sabia que era bandido, gente. Esses caras sem veste nenhuma do reino que eles representam. Normalmente a gente vê coisas oficiais assim. Eles têm alguma coisa pra comprovar, né? Sem cavalo, sem nada. Como se mandasse mercenário atrás da gente, né? A gente é... Sendo que o Hans é nobre. A gente é nobre também.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two.
Verdade.
God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
A gente tem que explicar melhor pra ela. A gente tem que
Wow.
saber. Nossa, ajudou muita
I
gente.
must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it.
Bom, a gente conseguiu mais confiança
I
dela. Isso é
hope
muito
I
bom.
won't
Uma
live to
reputação muito melhor.
regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them.
Sure. No need for thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Sim, peguei
Here.
todos.
Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. Well, I've been at the alchemist bench a few
Pouca
times, but
experiência pessoal do primeiro jogo.
it's been quite a while.
Acho que eu sei
That's
mais ou menos como é que
grand.
faz.
More than I was hoping for. And not to worry, it'll all come back to you. I have a book here with the
Se for
recipe.
parecido,
But it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
vamos lá. Consigo aumentar minha vida, pessoal. A vida é meio baixa. Não quero gastar essas coisas aqui, não. Não sei se dormir ajuda na vida, depois eu vou ver isso. Bancadinha sinistra, hein?
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Acho que é parecido com o primeiro, sim. Tem instruções no livro ali, né? A gente tem um livro
First,
aqui.
go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Você vai precisar de vinho, 2 punhados de camomila e 1 punhado de sal. Adicione a camomila e ferva por um turno. Moa a sálvia e adicione no caldeirão, por fim sirva. Tá. Sono cura mais rápido, se for boa qualidade, a energia também se recupera mais rápido durante o sono. Você faz a poção pra nós também.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base
Base
into the
correta,
cauldron.
vinho.
Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Ok.
Wine, of course, like it says in
É,
the
tá tudo
book.
certo.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Veja a barra correta abaixo o caldeirão.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Certo.
Good. Now we'll start
Parece
with the
bom já,
brewing.
hein?
Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Mas parecem ali, certo. Isso.
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
2 punhados, tá? 2.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass, so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Cozinha com a milha até a areia terminar de escorrer, tá? Começar a ferver e virar ampulheta. Vamos ver aqui então. Começar a borbulhar, a gente vai virar essa ampulheta aqui. É, aqui já vou virar. Fogueira boa essa, hein? Que isso? O negócio chegou a
Ain't that
500 graus
enough?
no...
Take the cauldron off the flames.
Opa. Nossa, é rápido, hein?
All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Ah, tem que moer ela, certo. Verdade. O tá aqui. Essa é a poção de cura, então.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in.
Frasco da prateleira esquerda, selecione o botão segurando para decantar. Para destilhar, pegue o frasco e selecione o destilador. Show.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Pô, tem bastante poção aí, hein? Vou fazer uns 20 jarros pra mim. 2. Ofereço 25. Nossa, vai ser caro, hein? Eu vou virar, tem um emprego pra mim aqui, eu vou virar alquimista.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans
Ah,
get
essa mistura
better.
muito boa, né?
I'll
Vinho,
take care of
camomila e
it now.
salvia.
All right.
Parece ótimo.
Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Hans, can you hear me, friend?
With a
Christ.
bit of luck, that decoction
In the
will
end, you
chase
bore
away
the
the
brunt
fever.
for both of us.
You'll sleep
May all
better
the saints
after,
watch over you.
and that'll give you
And over
strength.
Bajana,
There's
too.
not much more I can do now. It's up to you and the All-Might. The fever should start to cool now.
Lord God Almighty, look down on a poor sinner and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajena too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
Amém.
Amen.
Aí sim. Vou fazer agora pra descansar, né? A gente praticamente ficou o dia inteiro. Tá. E salvar. Vamos nessa. Era a vida mesmo. Ótimo.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
É, a filha da véia ali, né? Certeza que essa aí é a filha da senhorinha ali.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Muito melhor do que ontem, com certeza.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Pa, without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that.
Cada coisa pra gente falar.
It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
I could go for something to eat now.
Habilidades e melhorias. Teve vantagens para ser encontrado no inventário na guia jogador. Show. A gente tá morrendo de fome, né? Não comi, né, gente? É bem aqui. Com fome. O máximo que a gente puder aqui, gente. Com a barriga chique, provavelmente a gente vai enfrentar poucas e boas aqui. Deixa eu ver, tem uma saciedade 93. Acho que dá pra Se for igual no 1, se a gente comer demais, a gente fica mal, né? Ah, não dá pra pegar mais não, já pegou
No
bastante.
food for me here.
Ah, 23 é um número muito bom.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
Nossa, tá ótimo.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Não vai resumir não, né, gente? Vamos contar a história inteira. O pessoal ajudou tanta gente.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands, the core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Vamos lá, sem resumir.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost
Nossa,
succeeded.
foi muito boa essa parte mesmo. Eu lembro.
Only along the way, Sir
Tava todo
Hans here
de
took an
uma
arrow
coisa
to his
escura no
noble
jogo. A
seat.
gente fez uma baita uma incursão no castelo. Foi muito massa.
He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I
É, não tem
examined
como mentir isso
Hans
aí, não.
and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajana,
Isso é ótimo.
I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov,
Pessoal, como a gente
I
não
shall
tem nada,
reward
é
you
muito
as
importante a gente ter
befits
comida
a
e poção,
knight.
porque
You have my
eu lembro
word
que
of
no primeiro
honor.
jogo a gente não podia ficar sem comida.
Now you've got me
O personagem
curious.
correndo e fazendo
I
muita
never got
coisa,
a knight's
batalhando,
word
ele sente
before.
fome muito rápido.
For a
E a
start, you can
comida,
leave me
se
that
você tá com fome,
spade.
você fica
We
muito
can't
fraco,
manage without
né?
it.
Tua estamina
Yes,
fica
of
muito
course.
rápido, teus ataques não
And
dão
thanks for
tanto
everything
dano.
you've done, Bajana.
E,
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you,
sim, e a comida
but
recupera
I
a
know
vida
you
também,
didn't
pessoal.
do it on
Então,
purpose,
comida e
and you protected
esses
her when she
recursos
needed
para a
it.
viagem é o mais
I want
importante.
to
Então, a
thank
gente tem
you
que
for
manter
that.
isso
Take
muito.
this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of
Se não me
trouble.
engano, essa é a poção de
You'll
save
see.
point, tá, pessoal?
It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you
Nossa
too,
senhora, você
sirs.
ajudou muito a gente.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all
É
time.
aquela poção mesmo, gente. que
If you
salva
should
tudo.
ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you,
Boa,
sir.
boa.
Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer.
Vocês estão muito bem aqui, esses dois. É.
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Prepara a comida pra gente levar.
And it's not the first time.
Vou pegar esse
I
pão
know,
aqui.
but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here.
Essa menina é brava.
They catch you, and I dread
Corajosa.
to think what they do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough.
Gente, ela não deixou mais comida aqui pra gente, não. Já fui ajudado pra caramba, mas acho que eu preciso de mais alguma coisa pra levar aqui comida, gente.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well done. I got
Yeah,
rid
I
of that
should
corpse
have
for
been
you.
honest.
God bless you, Henry. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now, and when Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by, I'll get him to take care of the rest.
Acho que a comida era aquela ali mesmo, né? Então, vamos nessa.
Nothing
Então, nossa
against the
missão.
hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
A gente tinha que fazer a missão. É, o pessoal lá tem que ser enterrado,
What
né?
about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Não, acho que eu tô viajando muito, gente.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Ela deu agora a comida pra gente. Nossa senhora é muito bondosa, gente. Ela ajudou demais mesmo. Deu até um pouco de dinheiro pra gente. Tomara que não aconteça nada com elas, né, cara? Chegaram na cidade. Acho que eu dei um corridão nos caras. O castelo tá bem próximo, né? A gente vai poder desse jeito lá, né? Ou a gente vai desse jeito? A gente foi desse jeito mesmo.
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Ué, tem ninguém? Opa. Nossa senhora, cara.
Shit!
Nossa, que isso?
You fucking cunts! You
Que isso,
you
cara?
know who I am! No, we fucking don't!
Nossa, gente, a gente não tá com...
I'm
A
Sir
gente tá parecendo dois
Hans
miseráveis hoje.
Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
Getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me!
No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Nossa, gente, a gente vai ter que dar um jeito nisso aqui agora. Vai ter que conseguir alguma roupa, alguma coisa que a gente possa... que a gente vai... Para ser representado, alguém tem que conhecer a gente. Será que o capitão não acorda em alguns dias? Ou a gente voltando lá, a gente pode voltar lá, ver se sobrou algumas vestes, algumas coisas. Ah, tá tudo rasgado também, não sei.
There's only one thing we can do.
E Hans, o que a gente pode fazer, cara? Conta, quero saber também.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have,
and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
Estava horroroso. Vestindo trapo horrível, remendado.
Fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Tá. Primeiro a gente vai ter que se lavar, né? A gente não dá pra gente querer fazer alguma coisa antes de a gente mudar esse nosso visual. A gente tá péssimo, ninguém conversa com a gente tá sendo melhor por todo mundo. A gente não consegue informação nenhuma desse jeito, então a gente precisa...
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Conseguir dinheiro. Voltar não é uma opção, né, gente? Com a guerra acontecendo, acho que voltar não é o ideal.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right.
We'd
be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off.
Isso foi
But
culpa do
me,
Hans, né,
we've got
cara?
no message,
A gente avisou
no
ele sobre
coin,
aquele lugar ali, sobre
nothing
aquele
but our
acampamento, mas
ragged
ninguém avisou ele.
asses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Cara, você quis ficar lá, cara. Eu não vou te culpar agora, não. Você nem tem. Eu não tenho responsabilidade nenhuma, eu não fiz nada.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Nossa, a gente tá muito na merda, gente.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond.
A mulher do lago.
The one you gave us away for?
Ela viu a gente.
What were that witch? Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Nossa.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word. That's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh.
Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Nossa senhora. Que isso.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard
Health,
you
lads.
talk about your
That's the
captain.
most important
Oh?
thing.
Está fedendo.
Enjoy your...
What was that? That is what
Oh. Well, Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord
Eles
Fonberg
devem tocar toda hora água desse cônjo aqui, né, galera?
won't
Vai
allow his
lavar
soldiers
aqui.
out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
That must hurt, don't it? A bit.
Não arrebenta só 20 pontos.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work
Ela
at
tá
the
mentindo.
castle and I wasn't at any pond.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you. Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Que isso, cara?
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
Nossa.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Gente, precisa dessa roupa urgentemente. Agora a gente sabe como podemos chegar o Lord Von Berg.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
Sim,
Always
estou
ready.
pronto. O que tem
Glad
que
to
fazer?
hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me
Não
whole
vou contar onde a
life,
gente veio, né? A gente
but I
veio
know
perigoso.
this place
Não
inside
conversa com
and
muita
out.
gente, né? Dona de uma taberna. A informação rola solta. Vou comentar o invite, é meio perigoso. Não quero consequências em cima disso. Vou perguntar sobre o casamento pra ela.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Conta da guerra, será?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
Nossa,
What's that?
Convite aí,
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Se encontrar com esse pessoal aí, cara. Vamos ver o saco. Tá, esse aqui tem que saber.
Where do you want the
também.
sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. And what can I get for you?
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later? People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratories, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes, and Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God
cara, que
and
visão é
nature.
essa?
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, Lord or no Lord, the sacks are waiting.
Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capel.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
Tomando aí, né, cara? Você vai ficar só a nobreza aí, né?
One day, when the time comes, I'll take you to the butcher.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets.
That's a long name. I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No, no. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts.
Aye, that's true. My sister is marrying young Lord Sininho. A big affair. Guests from the whole region will come. Maybe from as far away as Gutenberg. Even von Berghoff will come. That's how important our family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semi, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he'll be his old self after the wedding.
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
No, I'm not inviting you. Forget it.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom, but high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
Cara, eu vou jogar uma rodada com esse cara aí.
Got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
Vamos jogar,
We'll
gente.
see about that. Let's play.
Será que os dados vão
You
falar mais uma
really
vez?
are desperate to get to the wedding, huh? Well,
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
To success.
What's the hold up, innkeeper?
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Nossa, me dei muito bem aqui.
I'll have a beer.
Did you hear what happened at the big...
Arrisquei muito a minha sorte agora, hein?
These ones here.
Why the long face?
I've just got this nasty premonition.
What premonition?
I've got a barrel
Curva!
of ale.
Bloody
Oh,
dice.
I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon. Someone should really do something about that.
Aye, I'm in a right bind. But what are friends for if not to help each other?
Great! It's a deal. We'll go ahead and tell Franz and Bashek too.
Nothing worth mentioning.
Você me dei muito mal agora, hein?
These ones here.
Nossa, cara.
My
que isso?
God, I'm done.
Nossa, cara. E é triste. Eu pulo e passo, nossa senhora.
Shit!
Nossa.
What rotten
Vai
luck!
perder, vai perder. Tem que me convidar pro casamento, hein? Perdeu. Perdeu, meu amigo.
You must have a lucky.
Bloody hell. You've played before. Admit it.
True. I can't deny it.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin. You'd have cleaned me out.
Well, we were playing for something else. So I hope you're going to keep your word.
Well, it's not that easy, you know. I can't just invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Only my old man can do that.
You were lying then?
A bit. But look on the bright side. We had a game, and you didn't lose anything.
I didn't win anything either.
You can still get to the wedding as a lackey. If you make an effort.
Não, não, o cara tá enganando a gente aí. Fazer o que a gente tem que fazer aqui logo.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
Sim, sim, sou eu, cara.
Ooh.
Mas aqui,
That isn't half heavy. Oh,
5 sacos. Isso tá pesado, né? Nesse ritmo aqui vai demorar um pouquinho. Cara, eu não acredito que ele não deixou a gente no... Pô, achei que ia... O cara realmente vai adiantar muitas coisas pra gente ali. Não pode deixar no chão, né? Senão vai mofar. Fazer o mais rápido possível isso aqui. Isso aqui vai cansar a gente vai ficar com fome daqui a pouco.
I'm a bit peckish.
That was our company. But the two of us managed to get away. It was the same bandits who attacked Lord von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us?
Maybe because you've got no way of proving it.
We lost everything. How hard is that to understand?
What if you're one of those bandits? And you're up to no good?
Que isso, cara? Queremos discutir agora?
Just to be on the safe side.
Que isso?
To be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no noble, just an ordinary big man.
How can you say that, you numbskull? I keep telling you, we lost everything.
Would a sensible nobleman set up camp in such a stupid place? Somewhere by a pond? Out in the open?
Cara, eu até acho que concordo
You know
nisso.
about it.
More than you, judging by the shit you talk.
Damned insolence.
You know what? I've had enough of your bullocks. Sit down and shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
Just try it, you worm. Just try
Os
it.
caras vão se bater, vão
I
pegar
might
mesmo.
just do that.
Para que isso aí,
Just
tá
an
maluco?
idiot, a stupid, ignorant village yokel.
Hey, your insults are starting to fucking annoy me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you've been annoying me the whole time.
He comes here from God knows where, talks out of his ass, and is then rude to boot?
I'll have you all horsewhipped for this one day, you curs.
You should be careful you don't get a beating first.
Para que isso aí, cara?
Now ignore those people. We don't need any more problems. Don't let them provoke you, all right?
I'm perfectly calm. Some local wretches can't unsettle me. Keep working and take no notice of me.
Don't say another word. Those village yokels aren't worth it.
Henry, stop lecturing me like I'm some little brat and get on with your work.
Cara, você tá
Back to those
puxando a
lovely
porra do
sacks.
saco, cara.
You're a right lord of the sacks.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
Pô, ele vai arrumar pra cabeça com isso aí, cara.
Did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Nossa.
You're the fool here.
You're gonna start as well?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you the same advice I gave your little chum. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
There's no point in this. Let's leave.
I'd do what your pal says if I were you. Get lost before something happens to you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Nossa, aí.
Gonna get bit there, Arschloch.
Só briga com ela agora.
Why did you do that? Yeah,
finish this
don't
quickly.
spare him. Slice him up. Let him have it.
Now you
Oh,
fucked up.
shame on you.
You don't match for us, fucker.
Nice hit!
Cabeça aqui.
Good.
Ah!
You
Take
won't
that
be able to take
fucker
another
out.
one like
Damn
that.
it! Strike! Send my greetings to
You
the
both-
devil. Slice him up! And us?
I'll wrap your ass up.
Enough's enough.
Nice hit.
Time to die, you bastard.
Mercy!
No surrender.
I surrender!
Cadê o caralho, cara?
What's it to be, you act? Slice him up.
Get the
This is unbelievable. This has been going on too long. You're no match for us, fucker.
Now you're back.
Nice hit. What? Scheiße. Good. You won't get me.
Die already. Slice him up.
Send.
Mais de base. Caralho. Conta 3, caralho.
Christ. I don't have the whole day for you.
Aqui é boa briga.
I'll rip your ass open.
Esquece.
Now we finish this.
Take that fucker out, damn it.
Olha de base ali, hein?
Slice him up.
Send my greetings to the devil.
Go on,
No
then.
change,
Make a
you
fool of
arsehole.
yourself.
This won't end well for you.
Caramba, tem todo mundo.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds.
Que isso? Nós estamos em dois lugares diferentes? Que porra é essa? Oxi. Caramba, a gente se deu mal. Eu vi isso no trailer do jogo também.
This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak...
Nossa, cara, tu tá só complicando cada vez mais, cara.
You know, if you
Pois eu
just
tô
shut up and
animado.
done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up. Oh, you'll get a whipping too.
Se ele quer salvar a guria, bancar o herói também não foi.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? We should have made ourselves scarce. None of that would have happened.
Oh, aye. Typical you, running away like a coward. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you! I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life! You're fucking useless! You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt!
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realized it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I'll have to consider what to do next.
Caramba. Nossa senhora. Dia inteiro nesse tronco, cara.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
What's over?
Hey! Virgo!
Nossa. Sou do nosso lado, cara. Não pode ser.
Oh, shit. Right. Where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Vamos meter o pé, cara. Tem que fazer alguma coisa também.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Reputação. Se cometer crimes, o mundo das pessoas ao redor reagirão a eles. Tá. Vamos ter que ver se anunciar os gordos e contar. Melhor assim. Tá, melhor sua reputação. Sempre é possível melhorar sua reputação. Nem pagando uma indulgência fazendo. Pode ser imposto por padre.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
It's about time. Come here. Do you have anywhere to go? Somewhere to sleep?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. And like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although, that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin? A monk's robe? Or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd like to look distinguished. Like the proper right hand of a highborn lord.
After what you did here, I'd say your days as a right hand are over.
Still, I don't want to look like some yokel.
Without money, you can't deck yourself out in much finery. You'd certainly find something fancy in Bartoszek's workshop. And if anybody asks, you didn't hear it from me.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semi on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it would be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semi?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though, I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
Nossa, tô triste.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Certo, estamos livres agora. Tem muitas coisas para fazer. Nossa Senhora. Muito bem, então, galera. Ficamos aqui, então. Obrigado a quem ficou até agora na parte do vídeo. Até essa segunda parte. Agradeço de coração. Deixa o like, se inscreve no canal. Ativa o sininho. Obrigado demais por todos vocês. Valeu, falou!